Peace, family. The future is coming. I hope you guys are getting ready. I hope you're studying. We're talking about crypto, the Internet of Things, blockchain, Web3, all of that stuff. You need to know about it because it's everything. The old world has been gone a very long time ago. It did disintegrate slowly, but it's gone. Look at things. Look at how making money just seems to get more and more difficult. You know what I'm saying? And then with most people, the more money they make, the more money that they spend. Because obviously, as you get more money, you start saying, man, I might as well treat myself. And there you go, you're spending more money, you're buying a bigger car, you're getting a bigger place and stuff like that. And it costs money. And it's a lot to it because when you get a bigger car, if you're not doing your homework to understand the level of maintenance that's required to keep that car on the road, that's one thing. And then you got fuel. So if you're not getting a car that's economical, fuel efficient, and then you have a car that has high maintenance, you just dig yourself deeper because a lot of unexpected things are coming at you, and you're just not prepared. You're living in the old world. These cars are made to fail. Cars used to last so much longer than they do now. Like, I have a car that's almost 30 years old. My car is almost 30 years old. It will be 30 years old next year. I have a 1997 Ford E350. It has about 200,000 miles on it, and it runs great. Needs a little work right now because it's old, but it runs and drives great. Some of the things that I need on it: a battery. I need 4 tires because the tires is kind of dry rotted. So I'll be putting 4 tires on it. I'll be getting a new battery because you have to jump the battery. So I know the battery is pretty much there. And then like some hoses and clamps and things like that. Some stuff that needs to be maintenance. And a radiator for sure. I definitely need a radiator because I have a really small hole on the radiator. But since it's an older car, I've been dealing with it and just making sure my fluid levels are great, which is not something I recommend doing. But when you have the option to drive multiple cars, then it's not a very high priority to get that done, so. But at the same time, as we get into the summertime, I do want to be able to ride in my van. So I'm going to be getting all of the different maintenance done and stuff like that, so I can be willing and dealing. Because when summer hits, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I actually got to do some maintenance on this car. I think I need a bushing or something like that. So I'll be getting that done. I just put brakes and rotors all the way around this car, and that cost me $1,000 this weekend. I put tires on this car 3 months ago. That cost me about $470 or something like that, which was cheap, and I got a warranty. I have a full warranty on the tires. I have road hazard warranty from Walmart. But we got to move into the new world, guys. This is a totally different world from what it used to be. When I was young, if I had $5, I could do so much with that $5. A lot. I remember being able to go on a school trip. $5 could give me a cheesesteak with like everything on it: sweets, hots, pickles, onions, obviously salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, all of that. I think I was able to get a bag of chips and then something else with $5. Now, I know for a fact when we had $5 and we were younger, we could get a quarter juice, which was called a hug, right? And we have the 50-cent big hugs. Remember those? At that time, I think a can was 50 cents as well. We had 25-cent cakes. We had 25-cent bags of chips. We had 5-cent candy, and we had 1-cent candy, and we had 10-cent candy. So if you had $5, you could do a lot. You could even go to the movies and still get like a snack if you had $5. Now that same $5 will maybe get you a sandwich. It'll maybe get you a sandwich. Or it'll get you a couple bags of chips and something to drink. Everything is just so much different. Pretzels, soft pretzels used to be 50 cents. Now a soft pretzel is a few bucks. It's anywhere from $1 to $2 to $3 for a soft pretzel. A soft pretzel used to be 50 cents. I'm talking about penny candy, guys. Like, we had penny candy. It was 1 cent. You go in there with a penny, boom, you get a piece of candy. And obviously I was a child, and it's just crazy because when you look back, you're like, man, did we have it good or not? I'm not sure, because at that time we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of money, but we had purchasing power. It was just crazy. And my first job, I got $5.15. You know, my first job, which was the job that taught me that being an entrepreneur was real. I worked at McDonald's. This was on City Line Avenue. I think it was 54th and City Line. So I got my working papers because my mom was ready for me to start working. So I got my working papers. I was like turning 15 or whatever. It was the earliest that you can work. So I got my working papers. I got my physical and all that stuff. Boom, boom. Did my interview. Got hired. Started working at McDonald's. Worked in the kitchen primarily because that's where they put me, because that's where I was going to excel at, in the kitchen. And I did. So then they needed to shift up front. So it was like, okay, time to learn to register. Cool. They needed to shift up front. My till started with $80. Obviously, pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, 10s, 5s, 1s. I don't know if I had any 20s. I'm not sure. Boom. So I got $80. And so it's in total, I got $80. That's what we know. My shift is like a 3.5 hour shift, 4 hours, something like that. You know, I was young, so they had me on a small shift. You know how they do 7 to 10, this to that. It's short shifts. So, mind you, my shift's 3 hours. I got the till, started at $80. When I get done ringing up the people for breakfast and I go to count the money, it's $3,000, man. It's $3,000. Immediately, a light bulb goes off in my head. I'm a kid at this time. I'm like, damn, it pays to be the owner. They giving me $5.15. It's taking me hella months to get $3,000. They made $3,000 in 3 hours on my till. What was the other people ringing up? That's crazy. Like, when you think about that, if you think about that, it changes everything. I said, yo, being an entrepreneur is where it's at. That's where it's at. And that's one of the moments that made me be an entrepreneur. That's one of the moments that it showed me, like, yo, like, bossing up is where it's really at, because that's where you could really get the money. And that old world is gone, man. That old world of things being really cheap, it's gone. Everything is it's a vice grip on everything. Everything is all inflated, and it's all situated by someone higher. Believe that. It's all situated by someone higher, and it's made like this to keep you at a certain space. You know what I'm saying? It's a hierarchy. It's made to keep you in a certain space. Don't forget that. You know, do not forget that. But continue to work. Continue to work. Ain't no point in complaining. It ain't gonna help you. You gotta fix it. You gotta fix it, man. You gotta find a way to fix it. One thing that I did learn, and this is the truth, and you'll recognize it as well when you look at it for what it's worth. You will always do better when you embrace the obstacles that are in your life. The obstacles are the way. Everything that's holding you back, everything that's making you not want to do it, Everything that's keeping you from being your higher and your best self is the way. That's the way that you must go. So face your fears, accept these challenges, and let's be great, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.